You should know he wrong. He a fucking white boy.
How do you top the perfect cup of Dunkin' Cold Brew? With the perfect top of sweet cold foam. You just can't top. Sip into a medium.
With dark chocolate and simple ingredients, Bark Thins. It's all good. It's snacking chocolate.
Even if your team isn't in the same place, your work
For over 2 decades, we focused on one philosophy, the 10 life values. A system that helps us examine our lives, our vision, our leadership. Our products and our services are exclusively for men, all men. The ones who teach and mentor our kids, maintain our livestock and grow our food, make and repair our products, saves us from catastrophe, and protect our nation. The 10 life values are woven into every product and service we create. Because at the end of the day, our vision is to see all men from every community equipped with the appropriate processes and the necessary tools to be excellent fathers and the best version of themselves they can be.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform, man. Much love. Salute to everybody in the building right now. Salute to everybody in the building. If you're tuned in right now, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in, man. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. After you hit the like button, make sure you share this show. Make sure you share this show. Share it on your community tab, anywhere that you share videos, man. Make sure you share this show. Make sure you share the show, man. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries. Salute to everybody that's tuned in, man. This is your first time here, your first time listening. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And last but definitely not least, make sure you financially support the show. Make sure you financially support the show. You could do so by going to CashApp $Sheep Stay Sleep TV. That's CashApp $Sheep Stay Sleep TV is where you can go to financially support the show. If you have any questions, any comments that you would like me to acknowledge, put it through with your super chat and I will post them. All other donation links will be in the chat room. All other donation links will be in the chat room. Salute to everybody that's in the building, man. Shout out to y'all. And y'all see the title. Y'all see the title. Intellectual nihilism in the Black Manosphere. Intellectual nihilism in the Black Manosphere. Now, y'all heard the music I was just playing, right? As y'all know, I always play music. So those guys that I was listening to, that I had you guys listening to, and everybody that's tuned in, those guys are what this space called Pookies and Ray Rays, right? You know, the so-called low-hanging fruit of black men, right? And if you notice, Pookie and Ray Ray are usually the black men in the community that have the biggest effect. An example of the song I was playing, an example was Nipsey Hussle. An example was Nipsey Hussle. So if you're from California, if you grew up in California, if you live in California, you know who Nipsey Hussle is and you know his impact. See, tonight rather, we're going to talk about, or I'm going to prove rather, how nihilists in this space is masking their rhetoric with so-called intellectualism. See, because what these dudes are actually doing, brothers, is they're teaching their religion and they're trying to dress it up with being intelligent. They have found a way to dress up with telling men that it's okay to give up. It's okay to feel defeated. As a matter of fact, let's go to the definition of nihilism. Let's go to the definition. That's all we're going to do. Now, as y'all can see here, nihilism, the rejection of all religious and moral principles in the belief that life is meaningless. Let me read that again. Nihilism is the rejection of all religious and moral principles in the belief that life is meaningless. Now, just off that definition alone, right? Explain to me, where does that fit in this space? Now, I know y'all like, hold on, DS1, you kind of reaching there, because who's teaching nihilism? Well, we have a nihilist teacher that's been here for years, who is currently telling black men in this space that, hey, man, it's whatever. I'm not here to help y'all with nothing. This is a so-called elder who's telling black men he's here just to provide us with numbers. Now, we just read the definition of nihilism and what it is. So, again, why do we have nihilists teaching in this space? Think about that. I want y'all to think about this. Because this is why the intellectual nihilists in this space have a problem with what I've been saying over here. They have a problem with the 10 life values because what? They believe that life is meaningless just by their belief. Life is meaningless, right? Life is meaningless. So what is the reason for having a value system? What's the reason for it? This is what they're really saying. What's the reason? What is the reason? Because life to them is meaningless. Now, as we know, with all the things that black men have to deal with, all the negativity we're faced with on a daily basis, why are we taking the information from a person who's a pessimist? From a person who doesn't believe in anything? From a person who has no morals? All the things that when we're describing men, this man in this space and the men that follow him doesn't possess these things. You see? They don't want other black men to possess or to understand that they have value, because to them, life is meaningless. And the information that they bring, the stats and all of that stuff, is to support why life is meaningless. This is why they have a problem with me promoting to you guys value. To remind you, black man, that you have value. You don't have to throw in the towel. Life is not meaningless. Life has whatever meaning you give it. And if you need help with that, your spiritual value is something you can lean on. There is something you can believe in. There's a value system you can believe in. Life is not meaningless. Having a family is not meaningless. You see, brothers, we've always had value, but what happened to our values? Our values were replaced with BS. It was replaced with partying, drinking, doing drugs. You know, we got caught up in all of those, you know, the hippie era and all of those other eras. Our values were replaced. They were replaced with BS. And what these intellectual nihilists is doing in this space is they're trying to tell you, brothers, hey, listen, you don't have to change what you're doing because there's no hope in things getting better. Nothing you do, black man, is ever going to work. This is what they're telling you. And I'm here to tell you that's a lie. Because my life get better and better every day. Employing the 10 life value system, brothers. If life have ever meant something to you, and at some point you didn't understand what it meant, this value system will help you regain footing on your life. You don't have to give up. Because guess what, brothers? BS1 not going to give up on y'all. I could have been left the space. I could have been left the space. Because I wasn't introduced to YouTube coming to this space. So I could have been left. I could have been left. But I knew that this is the space where I'm supposed to be. You see, brothers, and I'm gonna let you know tonight, you ain't gotta go nowhere. If you was giving up on this space, you ain't gotta give up on it. Because now we have SOS. Now we have systems, order, and structure. Something we didn't have in this space before. Something that was never employed. Well, I'm here to employ it. We have a value system. We have a value system. A system is a set of components, elements, or parts connected to one another to achieve a specific goal. That's a system. You know, the system that we talk about every day that the black man suffers from? Yeah, we have our own system now, our own value system to follow. So we don't have to follow, you know, Harry Potter's system. You see, brothers? And with systems come order. With systems come order. See, brothers, once we begin to understand that we don't have to give up anymore, that we are valuable, and that we have a system that we can use to assess our value, our internal and our external value. then that will give us order in this space. For us, not for nobody else, for Black men. You see? What is order? Order is a state or energy that stands for that which has boundaries and is structured, stable, explored, traditional, and inhibited. But DS1 was told to, yo, DS1, you need to chill. When I was getting on here telling brothers why this space needed to be kept pure. Because I saw was no order. No one valued the space. This is why you have nihilist teaching here. They're not teaching Black men how to excel. They're teaching Black men that it's okay to be low level. By constantly reinforcing that women are only worth sex. See, this is the trait of a nihilist. He's a negative person. He's a pessimist. Because he had all messed up relationships and couldn't assess a woman's marriage market value correctly. He wants to run around and try to empirically prove why women are only good for sex. You see, that's toxic teaching. That's intellectual nihilism. That's you telling brothers, oh, well, listen, this is just how it's going to be. So, no, it's not. This is how it's going to be for you, old battle act. You see? See, because as men, we know if a woman is worth more than just sex. We know that. We know that. We know that. We know that sexual market value is just sexual attraction. What makes you want to smash? It's nothing spectacular. It's what makes you want to smash. Her body, how she look, her, you know, if she got TNA, if she got nice legs. That's all that is. See, a man with a value system understands that. He understands that a woman that only has sexual market value is not marriage material. We know that. We know that by living every day as men. We don't have to get up here and pull up old ass charts trying to empirically prove why you failed at relationships. So you want to tell other Black men, well, hey, Black men, based on this 2005 graph here, you're gonna fail too. Negro, please. Negro, please. Shout out to Kendra D. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Crimson Knights. You must be out of your mind if you think we don't know what that's about. If you think that we don't understand when the female is not marriage material, what's wrong with you, man? Stop gaslighting. We know as men what makes a woman marriage material. What makes you want to marry her? You know what makes you want to marry her? Her personal market value. Her belonging market value. And her friendship market value. That's what makes her marriage material, not just SMV, not just the fact that you want to smash. It's not just that. Oh, it's not. It's not at all. Let me show y'all. I'm going to show y'all what it is. Because see, these dudes want to keep leading black men to the slaughter. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Now look. Now, what did I say makes up a woman's marriage market value? Her personal market value, her belonging market value, her friendship market value, and her sexual market value. But her sexual market value is all the way at the bottom. You know why? And excuse me to all the ladies that's listening, but it's all the way at the bottom down here, because when we're dealing with women that's strictly off sexual market value, we're thinking with our dicks. That's why it's down there. It's all the way down there. And real men don't marry a woman, or a real man don't let his dick make life decisions for him. You see that? What is a woman's personal market value? Her personal market value is her personal traits. Her personal traits. Is she funny? How's her personality? How's her character? What she believes in? Where's she from? Where she live at? What type of people do she be around? Her personal stuff. That's her personal market value. And guess what? Her personal market value is based on the internal 5 of the 10 life values. Let's pull that chart up real quick. Since we pulling up charts, let's pull up some charts. Oh, wrong. My bad, y'all. Give me a second. Get it right. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. You tuned in, hit the like button. Now, a woman's personal market value is based on the internal 5 of these 10 life values. What does she believe in? Who is she? How's her character? Her moral compass? Is she an honest person? Does she have integrity? That's spiritual value. Now, I hope y'all following me. I just said a woman's marriage market value, according to a man, is based on her sexual market value, her personal market value, her belonging market value, and her friendship market value. So we're talking about right now, what we're speaking about is a woman's personal market value. And an example of a woman's personal market value is her personal traits. Is she honest? Does she have morals? What does she believe in? All of these things speak to spiritual value. Is she healthy? Is her teeth clean? How's her hygiene? Is she crazy? That's physical and mental health. That is her health value. Her family. Does she have brothers and sisters? How's her relationship with them? How's her relationship with her moms? How's the relationship with her father? This is family value. See, as men, we assess these things when we're assessing a woman's personally. When we're looking for a wife. This is her personal market value. It's not just about her sex. That's why I was at the bottom of the chart that I showed. Because when a man is looking for a wife, he's not thinking with his dick. But see, when you are a nihilist, you are a pessimist. You see? So you don't see too far. You don't have a lot of foresight. And we will not have these types of men in this space teaching men. How is her hair? How does she dress? Does she like to wear provocative clothes? You know, when she outside, do she like to show her ass? That's a woman's appearance value. How she conveys herself. Does she come from the projects? Is she from them project buildings? Do she come from an abusive household? This is her dwelling value. That is the quality of the environment in which she living in. Her living conditions. Is she sleeping on an air mattress? But she fine as hell. Is she sleeping on crates? Is she sleeping? Is her and her kids sleeping on a futon? See? See, when a man is assessing a woman's personal market value, these are the things we look at. We look at the internal 5 of the 10 life values. That is how you properly assess a woman's personal market value when you're looking for a wife, fellas. You're not looking for a wife with your dick. Do you want to know who looks for wives with their Johnsons? Jonathans. I did a whole show about it. It's those kind of men are called Jonathans. You see? And then once you and the woman decide to get married or to take things to a next level, that's when the external 5 kicks in. Mobility, her education. A lot of you dudes want dumb females. But see, what did I just say? The external 5 kicks in later on down the line. Once y'all done got into a relationship, once you done got past her personal market value, once you done got past the beginning stages of y'all relationship and y'all are taking things to the next level, this is when the external 5 kicks in. This is when you hear a lot of these guys in this space speak on how, oh, you know, these women are dumb. These women don't know how to cook. These women don't know how to do this. These women don't know how to do that. These women are lazy. These women don't want to work. But how you know why you never found that out, or you never could see signs of that? Because you're so busy thinking about pussy. You're so busy thinking about her pussy that you never got to how functional or dysfunctional she was. Because you didn't assess her personal market value using the internal five first. See, the external five kicks in later. So if you go ahead and jump into a relationship, right? And I'm going to stop sharing this. But if you go ahead and jump into a relationship and then you find out later on she dumb as a bag of rocks, whose fault is that? Because for the past 2 years, all y'all was doing was smashing. And out of them 2 years, for a year and a half, you was smashing raw. Now she pregnant. Now you're finding out she can't boil goddamn water. That's your fault. Because you don't have any values, buddy. You're thinking with your dick and not your brain. We supposed to be thinking black men. This space is for thinking black men. And just putting some charts up and not substantiating your argument is not. It's very, very disgusting for fellow thinking black men. But I understand why this stuff is going on in this space. It's because we're dealing with intellectual nihilism. This is what we're dealing with. Now let's go to the next aspect of when a man is looking for a wife. What is the next values or set of values he assesses? He assesses her belonging market value. Who she belongs to. She might belong to a gang. She might belong to a cartel. Who does she belong to? She might belong to another man. She might belong to the streets. A lot of you dudes in this space, a lot of you intellectual nihilists, y'all baby mamas belong to the streets. And she always belonged to the streets. You just didn't know that because you didn't understand something called belonging market value. You see, being so thirsty, thinking it's all about SMV, thinking it's all about your penis. My penis. You know, the little bozo that's in this space that run around on every panel talking about his penis. He thinks it's all about SMV. This is why y'all end up with strags and hyenas. Because you never found out that she belonged to the streets. You never thought that. You never knew that, did you? You never thought in a million years that your girl will belong to the streets. Well, guess what? She belonged to the streets. You know why? Because your dick belonged to the streets. That's why most of you met your baby mamas in the streets. You so-called intellectuals met your baby mama coming out the bathroom after taking a piss in the club. You ain't meet your baby mama in no classrooms. Your baby mama ain't part of no goddamn alumni. What sorority your baby mama belong to? Huh? Which community board your baby mama sit on? Huh? Is your baby mother under black male leadership? Who does she belong to? She never even belonged to you. See? That's the problem. You never assessed her belonging market value. She never belonged to you. She never belonged to you. Never. And you know how? I'm about to prove to you right now how she never belonged to you. Take a look at her friends. All her friends belong to the streets. Because the last thing you're supposed to assess when looking at a woman as a candidate to be your wife, you're supposed to assess her friendship market value. Who she confides in, who she hang around. You know, what is the values of her friends? If her friends are bust downs and thoughts, and she always around them and love being with them, and you probably met her when she was with her thought old friends. But you think it's all about SMV. So when she gave you some of her V and you got turned out and you wonder why she turned your pockets inside out, you want to come here and try to teach other black men, hey man, you know, based on empirical data, they're going to take advantage of you. They're going to. This is what it says. This is what it says. This is what it says. You know, man, it's over, man. You know, the price of vagina is $10. You know, it's terrible. You know, OnlyFans. They're all on OnlyFans. They're on Snapchat. You know, they're twerking all over Instagram. You know, it's terrible. Why is it terrible? Why is it terrible? All you dudes trying to do is smash anyway. That's all you trying to do. So why is it so terrible? See, stop getting up here talking about how black women put all their value in their vagina and you putting all your vagina in your dick and in your wallet. Let me repeat that. Stop talking about black women and how they putting all their stock in their vagina when you putting all your stock in your dick and in your wallet. And all you dudes that's running around here talking about SMV as part of the Dead Dick Council. That's why you're running around here mad too, because your dicks are dead. So y'all shouldn't even be talking about sex, because most of y'all ain't even having it. Most of you ain't having it because you can't. You're physically disabled. You can't do it. You need to get up on this A game. You need to get up on these 10 life values. Because, see, health is wealth. Health is wealth. Remember that. Health is wealth. Wealth is the last value of the 10 life values. Health is number 2. Y'all running around here talking about SMV, SMV. Oh, women. Oh, women are having sex. Oh, women. And pussy politics. What about a woman's marriage market value? What about that? What about that? Oh, you don't believe black women could be wives no more because your wife left you. Huh, Mr. Bozo? That's what we teaching men? Huh? That all women is good for is having sex. Well, let me drop this bomb on you losers. Let me drop this bomb on you intellectual nihilists. You know who else looked at our women as just tools for sex? The slave master. Yeah, I said it. The slave master. That's who else only looked at black women's sexual market value. So that's what we doing? That's what the black intellectuals are supposed to be doing? So first, you Negroes helped the goddamn hyenas come into this space, right? And lull the men back into blue pill rage. Oh, y'all gonna act like that didn't happen? Y'all gonna act like that didn't happen? And now y'all want to sit here and act like, oh, black men, we just need to run away. We just need to go retreat. So you mean to tell me that you dudes went to school and got these degrees, and this is what you bring black to black men? See, I knew I was going to have a problem with y'all when I first asked y'all them questions and y'all felt some type of way about it. See, I knew it was a problem then. Because, see, you dudes act exactly the way Zaddy told you to act when he give your ass a degree. You act uppity and stank and snarky and snooky, running around with your goddamn nose in the air. Oh, we're not here to help anyone. Then get the hell out of here then. Just like we would have told your punk ass if you would have brought your punk ass back home from college with a degree and you ain't got shit to offer the hood but some big ass words. We'd have kicked your ass off the block. Because you went to school and learned what? For what? You did it for what? For who? We know who you did it for. You did it for Big Booty Brenda. Because you thought if you go and get a degree, you thought if you didn't go be like Pookie and Ray Ray, and you went away to school and you came back and you had a bunch of money, you could save her from the ghetto. You old sucker. And them women saw your ass ain't do nothing but come back to get some ghetto vagina. And being that you couldn't complete that task, you want to dress your intellectualism up with nihilism. You want to dress your intellectualism up with nihilism by continuing to promote the gender war. By sitting around still talking about pussy politics. And what black women should be doing and what they're going to give black women and what black women said now. All of this is a cry out for y'all not being able to deal with women in the capacity that y'all want to. And y'all are telling black men here, hey, I don't know why you trying to get married. I don't know why you trying to be a family man. She gonna leave you. She gonna leave you if you don't make 6 figures. She gonna leave you if you ain't got a 10-inch penis. She gonna leave you if you don't work for IBM. She gonna leave you if you don't drive a BMW. Do you know where those concepts originated from? It originated from the white boy. You know, white boys like Rollo Tomasi, little white pricks like him. That's who believe they gotta have a 10-inch penis to keep a woman. That's who believe they gotta make all this goddamn money and drive foreign cars and dress up like James Bond to keep a goddamn woman that never was created by black men. So y'all gonna stop promoting that shit in my space. Yeah, I said it, in my space. In my space, nigga. I'm the only man talking this 10 life values. I'm the only man that stood steadfast to what we heard Hardcore Tito talking about earlier. Go get back on the porch, Grandpa. We're going to get you some tea with some honey, and you sit your ass back and relax. Because if you ain't got nothing good to say, you need to shut up. Take your own goddamn advice. The same shit you told us when we was young. Your old ass done got old and done forgot some shit. Because there's black men in this space that don't want to give up in life, that still want a family, and that's going to have one, and that's going to be a great father to a family. Because that's what black men are supposed to be. That's what leadership is. That's what leadership is. And I don't care who don't like it. And you can put up as much graphs as you want. Say something about the graphs I put up. Respond to those graphs. Tell me how a man assesses a woman when he's trying to make her his wife. Tell me. Tell me if it's just about if he could bust a nut or not. I'm waiting. Because everything I named is everything that's included. Her personal market value, her belonging market value, her friendship market value, and then it's her sexual market value. Because guess what? In the beginning of the relationship, like I said, you assess her based on the internal 5 life values. And then when you decide to make her your woman or your wife, the external 5 kicks in. So it's not just about sex. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all done had sex plenty of times already. By the time you decided to make her your wife, nowadays, you done had sex with her already. So it definitely ain't about the sex no more. So stop promoting to black men that we don't want women with intelligence. We don't want women with education. All we care about is her looks and how good she is in the bed. Because that is the mindset of a trick. That is the mindset of a trick. Someone who's looking to pay for prostitutes. You're on a vagina hunt. You're a whoremonger. That's why you see women only as sex. You only value them based on their sex because you're a whoremonger. You don't care who she is. You don't care where she's from. You don't care about who she hang out with. So what separates you from the oppressor? Because that's how he see our women. And he taught us to see our women in the same way. That's part of our values being replaced with bullshit. See, we're about positivity, progression, winning. That's what we promote over here to black men. We don't promote failure, negativity, pessimism. meaningless living. We don't promote that over here. And we're not promoting that in this space. Because we have a value system, brothers. We have values. We've always had them. They've just been replaced. Well, guess what? We're getting ready to replace them back. So there's no more room for nihilism in this space. There's no more room for intellectually dishonest black men in this space. If you're mad at women, if you're mad because your dick is in the Mojave Desert, goodbye. Go figure that shit out somewhere else. We don't care about you having blue balls, okay? We don't care. That's a personal problem. Maybe you need to fix your goddamn appearance and get on this A game and get your health together and get your blood flowing. So maybe you could get a little traction down there. You know, maybe you could get a little traction going on down there. You could get a little spark going on down there. All that goddamn negativity done clotted up your blood. Now you ain't got no blood flow. Now you're running around here mad. Shout out to Ebo Sosa. Salute. He said double M, double M. But there's no more room for intellectual nihilism in this space. Intellectual dishonesty in this space. Because like Carter G. Woodson said, in The Miseducation of a Negro, the Negro intellectual is the poison in our community. Let me say that again. And shout out to Carter G. Woodson, the father of Black History Month. He said in The Miseducation of the Negro that the Black intellectual is the problem in the Black community. Because he was cultivated to be poisoned. This is why the intellectuals had a problem when I asked them what was their purpose for being here. This is why they had a problem with that. This is why they had a problem with that. See, it's cool to show empirical data and to show numbers and all of that, right? But are those numbers pliable for us on a daily basis? You're showing us to prove what? See, I'm not a surface level thinker, so you can't just put graphs up there and think you're going to win me over because you know how to put up a graph and read what you see. What is your point? What is your point? Oh, your point is just to show numbers. Get your goofy ass out of here. Get your goofy ass out of here. That's poison. That's counterproductive. That's counterproductive. That's stagnant. That can't teach black men nothing. But this crap is over. It ends tonight. Brothers, if you love life, if you want to continue to live life and prosper and be happy in any way that you see fit for yourself, don't worry, fellas. I got y'all. I got y'all, man. When I say we our own agency, I meant that. This is why whenever I talk about these 10 life values every day, I want y'all to start, like I said, coming to these shows with pens and pads, man. Because this is not just talking. This is action. This is analysis. This is results. This produces results. And y'all brothers know it. Just look around the space. Just listen. Just listen. Brothers, I'm going to say this and then we're going to wrap this show up. What made black men strong and what has always made us strong and powerful is a family unit. A family unit. So don't let these men around here, don't let these intellectual nihilists tell you that having a family is no good. Because if you can't lead the people in your goddamn household, how the hell you gonna lead somebody outside your household? I want y'all to answer that question. I'm gonna leave y'all brothers with that question. If you can't lead inside your household, who the hell are you gonna lead on the outside? If the men around you, if the boys around you don't believe in the things that you say here on YouTube in your real life, why should the men here or the younger men here on YouTube listen to you? When the men in your real life don't even listen to you. Your sons don't even take you serious. Your nephews don't even take you serious. The dudes on your block and the people that know you. If you can't lead your household, brother, you can't lead no young man that's fighting homelessness, that's fighting with suicide. You wouldn't even know where to start. But I know where. It starts with this 10 life value system. Don't never let nobody give up. I'm not going to give up on you, young brothers. Don't let these old battle acts tell you, well, you just a little savage and you're a little loud pack and you're never gonna be shit. Because I know you've been hearing that. You know, I grew up in an environment where we heard that. And I thank God every day me and my homies are still alive, the ones that are. See, I got a mission. That you intellectual nihilists will never have. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all for coming out tonight. Salute. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't yet. Make sure you share the stream if you haven't yet. You enjoyed the show. Cash App $SheepStaySleepTV is where you can go. Hit the Cash App up, support the show. I appreciate everybody if you donated. Much love to y'all. Shout out to the masculine mercenaries. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Before we go, before we wrap this show up, as y'all know, this episode has been sponsored by A-Game. A-Game, a herbal male solution. And the solution is not to give up. The solution is not to give up. Because the marathon continues. And you know what'll help with the marathon? When you get on this A-Game. This is a product that provides energy, focus, vitality, and libido, fellas. Let's get on this A-Game lifestyle. This is a lifestyle product. It is a lifestyle, fellas. This is what we're promoting here in this space now. A lifestyle of masculinity, of promoting spirituality, good health, family, looking good, smelling good, dwelling good. Let's get on this A-Game lifestyle, man. Hit the link in the description box. And at your checkout, you're going to see promo code. You type in the box sheep and the number 10. That sheep and the number 10 is your promo code, man. And you get a discount off on your purchase. I appreciate everybody for tuning in once again. Much love to everybody. Make sure you share this stream. Make sure you like this stream. And as we always say, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, my brothers, we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build. Why? Why? Because we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
We're A-Game, a 100% Black-owned company with an all-natural product and world-class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A game.